She came here every Sunday to the same spot to remember someone who remembered her when no one else seemed to. A bench, a breeze, and the echo of a voice that once made her feel safe, simply by being there. There was something timeless in their ritual. Every afternoon, without a word, she would come running, and he would be there, always there, waiting. They didn't need many words. Sometimes love is made of small silences, of eyes that understand, of stories told with crumbs from a biscuit box. With every story he shared, he wasn't just passing time, he was passing pieces of his soul. And Emma, she listened like the world stopped turning. His hands were slow but sure, wrinkled but full of warmth. Her laughter came like spring rain, sudden, bright, healing. In that park, on that bench, two hearts, one old, one young, beat in perfect harmony. It wasn't just about the stories. It was about the feeling of being seen. Because sometimes the safest place in the world is not a room or a house, but someone who knows your soul and smiles anyway. Time moves on in silence, and the bench stays there, a quiet witness to everything. Days don't return, but they leave traces, like his words still echoing in my mind. Now that he's gone, every little detail feels heavier. The cookie box is always with me. Not for the sweets it held, but for the gesture. That small act of love, repeated every time, as if he knew one day I'd need to remember. The book we used to read together is worn now, its pages marked by his fingers, and every line feels like it whispers something about him. I read slowly, hoping to hear his voice between the lines. Sometimes I wonder if he knew how much it would all mean, if he knew that one laugh, one touch, would carry the power to make me feel less alone. And then there's the letter, written in his shaky handwriting. He spoke of the courage to grow, but also of the right to feel sad. He told me that every ending is also a beginning, and that his love doesn't end with his absence. I miss him, but in the quiet, in the memories, in the small things of every day, he's still here. Time doesn't stop, and neither did I. I grew up, but something stayed with me. Now I find myself holding a small hand, just like he held mine. I tell stories, the way he did, with pauses, with wonder, with love. Sometimes I even hear his voice in mine. I draw that bench over and over. It's more than wood and metal. It's where I learned to listen, to feel, to be seen. I smile at the memories, and yes, I still cry sometimes. But they're not just tears of loss anymore. They're made of gratitude, of presence, of every lesson he whispered without teaching. Love doesn't vanish. It transforms. It moves through time, through gestures, through stories whispered in the quiet. And so, a piece of him lives in me, and through me, it lives on. To every grandparent who loved without rules, you've shaped generations, and maybe the quietest love leaves the loudest echo.